away from the crosshairs of these players of Victron NG. Speaking of which, Hans Shield now drives by right next to the rest of Alter Ego Esports. And here comes Octa, closing in really closely. He's all alone though, so he's gonna be a 1 versus 2 battle, but he's not gonna stay put. There is gonna be cover fire coming from Alpha. What a bait that was coming from Octa to open up this fight against BTR.
Yeah, and everyone wants to take a piece of this high ground around the area of prison, and with that one knock, it's a signal to go in. Hunter fires back. He's pretty low himself though. He got that one knock, but then again, he has to take the time to reset himself. So the teammate Leon Punk is currently knocked down. Alpha 7 doesn't have a good angle on the other side because Six, which just got knocked down by Hans, and now we will be all in. Raja on the other side. Jump shot with Bison by Alpha 7. Now he puts himself on the lower ground that allowed Hachi to counter back onto Alter Ego, eliminating them, and BTR, NG are the kings of the hill. Like he moves his vehicle towards the slope so that it doesn't get shot down by any other team. Now Icy just waiting for the hit to pop. Oh, he saw it, but Leon's prone just right in time.
Oh, very, very dicey situation for Leon's. I don't think he knows at all. Shots were not fired yet, but it will be now. I see. Catch it. Beautifully done. Waited for just the right moment. And I do believe that. Oh, it wasn't exactly a steal because I saw the members of Ace Clan. They got something on the other outskirts. And meanwhile, Aero will be able to also get a clip with Nachi. Now, looking about the corners of the shack, spotting out the rest of Team Falcons, hiding throughout these bridges of the hillside. But Ignited, they're fully sending members right through. Red Devil dances around the smoke. Might be able to find it, and yes, he will.
Wow, the devil himself appears. Getting 3 eliminations, currently dominating as an individual player, bringing points to his team. Now, looks like Leon Palm went for the airdrop. Okay, nice indication there, production. Great work. But FaZe Clan playing as a trio now, going up against 4 Medical Vibes.
Bait mates are sent right into the shacks, as that will definitely put a little bit of a dent towards those who are hiding out. But we continue on with Aegon IH, hot pursuit up against the rest of Falcons. There will be a 1-for-1 trade. Revives have to be set right there, and they're down to UZM right now, trying to actually keep the rest of his teammates afloat. But
Rain gets knocked out by Refuge, the final member of 4 Medical Vibes. The other players of Harami Bros will need to follow up, but Range will be eliminated by Refuge himself. That's going to be a 1v1 fight between Federales as well as Range, and Federales will not lose that fight. The Filipino Terminator is in the game.
Yeah, we finally get a glimpse of action coming in from Federales, and he definitely wants a whole lot more. Despite Harami Bros only having 2 members left, look at the haul of nades being thrown towards the side of BTR. He's holding it down. He's got that QBZ as well as DBS setup. His exchanges for an M4, rightfully so. We've seen how sharp this player could potentially get, and now he's going to take the fight up to the rest of Bigatron.
Yep, all alone though, so he has to be extra careful. 1 DBS and probably another rifle there, but now it's going to be a close quarters combat with Gen Force. Federales tries to fight back. He got 1, but the jump shot followed up very, very soon with Boy Chill taking it out. Harami Bros, number 9 with 1 elimination.
Well, that was a good last stand at the very least, coming from the side of Federales. Now, Bigatron gets to open up a whole lot more room to play out. Balak on that grenade could be able to put a dent to the defenses of Roy Esports, but these smokes are not really giving him weight at all. That toss actually does chip out a little bit of health bars coming in from the side of Porsche. It's already 5 Bigatron members that have been able to at least secure those big pointers out there, and Falk does connect that nade. Now looking for Tuss, he gets a glimpse of it. I believe they spotted each other up, but that nade was perfectly cooked, and my guy coming from ASI8 is just gonna be able to receive that perfect 10-pointer doing so.
Wow, past the window to score that elimination. That was beautifully done. Let's see, will Bigatron Knights pull off a beautiful one against ASI8 now? Now that they pulled the trigger onto them. They managed to get Red Devil though. Satai the one to knock him down, and that's going to be the signal. Oh, they got a second one. Okay, here we go. UZM will be the next one to go down, and Falak now need to defend against Bigatron Knights.
Oh, this is going to be tough. I don't think there's time to reset, but Falak behind, right behind the doorways, and Asap did not check. But there you have it. At least Atar's going to be able to cover some grounds over the back as Bigatron Knights, they take over the shacks. And plenty of space for the rest of Bigatron Knights here to work with over the south side.
Secret.
There's a little bit of wiggle room for these guys over the north side, but for Bigatron Knights, once they sorted out that battle, now they find themselves out there in the open. Still having some vehicles. Shouldn't have too much of a pressure for them to move inbound. Speaking of which, Bagas tries to crash right through. Now, which Bagas is this? We got Zuxi as well as Luxy. This could be either one, honestly, but he's already tossing that grenade, seemingly to be Zuxi, to be on that push. Gets that knock as Nepeko is down on the ground. So this is going to be tough without that flank angle coming through. Oh. Here comes Genfos and the rest.
Whoa!
They will arrive at the scene with Genfos taking down Snake in a blink of an eye.
Nice rush in there by Bigatron Knights. And with that, RRQ eliminated number 4 with 2 elimination points. Now they managed to get a good compound within the circle. We're down to our top 3 teams. 2 from Indonesia. In fact, 2 of them are from BTR and 1 from Team Secret. From
space to run around with. And with all that presence coming in from the north corner, like BTR could easily send a couple of grenades if they still have some resources left in their backs. I like how disciplined these 2 sides of BTR are when we take a look at how they have approached this end game. It's very methodical, very little risk to be taken out here, despite, this being somewhat of a scrim, but you definitely want to show up huge, especially when you're coming from the BTR Academy team to maybe get a spot in the main roster.
Yeah, that's basically their resume, right? If they're able to come up big against their brothers here from the other side. I mean, it's 3v3 if you only compare to BTR teams, and you have Team Secret in between, the both of them, as a duo with the middle of the circle and the compound. So far, perfect spot for Team Secret TF. But looking at the circle, they have shifted both BTRs, but someone needs to move.
Definitely will have a little bit more of a wiggle room for the Ngen. Nades are now being sent towards the side of Jiki as well as Break. Team Secret holding on to their bunkers, but for how long is the question. Bagas now with the new nades also getting spotted out. Jiki tries to trade right back. I'm just really surprised that coming from such a tiny little angle, he would be able to at least squeeze some damage through. Speaking of which, Break, he gets the knock over on Leon Punk. So that's not going to be an easy task for the rest of NG to go in for the rescue. Well, shots also connected coming in from downtown. Only one bullet being sent towards Genfos' way. So it wasn't exactly too difficult for them to deal with right now. But hey, this is definitely taking a while before they settle the scores. And Team Secret, which side will they have to focus on? Because there's some just by the shack, and the rest coming from Yasnaya.
Yeah, so this will be the question, right? Who will want to make the first move? Nobody's really willing to. As we can see that. Probably because of the theory, like what we mentioned, is that who makes the first move will lose. And the last team that makes a move will come in as the third party. So that's why everyone's like really, really cautious about this. Well, they might be forced to move again because the circle will close in about 8 more seconds and we'll be into stage number 8. And I'm pretty sure by then, both BTR teams might not get the circle.
And of course, just to get confirmation, Bagas is Zuxi. Yeah, I assume it to be Zuxi because of the playstyle where he just rushes forward. Meanwhile, Luxi usually is either pretty much a little bit more of a support or even the long range coverage kind of guy. And here we go. Smoke's now being set right in. Break as well as Jiki will be breached as the nades are being lobbed right into the window. Almost catching on the break, and he's already burning out. What a knock coming in from Satar. Doesn't really have to look, and Satar is definitely out for blood. Trying to hunt out for GK, but all these smokes are giving him a little bit of trouble to seek them out as well. It's just going to take about a couple of seconds as Satar will be able to secure both of these members of Team Secret. And now it's the battle of the finalists between both Bigatron sides.
BTR versus BTR, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the resume for the Academy teams. But Hanjo knocked out by Satar. Nice long-range nade. There's no way that Hanjo can be saved. And looks like the big brothers have the upper hand right now. It's going to be a 3v1. Sticks trying to fire back. He is the final member of Bigatron MG. And they know exactly where he is right now. Genforce will come from the other side. And now he needs to switch over to a DDS for the close quarters combat. He will win the 1v1. 2 more to go for Sticks.
Now he's just going to go in to secure the point. Stick, he is definitely revealed by the corner wall. Zuxi will definitely mark his location. The problem is, Stick has got nowhere else to go. The zone now closing right in. Perhaps the best idea is just to deny that point from falling to the hands of these members of Bigatron Knights overall. Zuxi's just buying a little bit of time. There is supposed to play in within. It's 1 versus 1. Drawing to a close. There's still a nade to be tossed right in. Sticks, he might not actually spot this out, and it might just land. Doing some chip damage as he goes in for that spray down. Zuxi putting that pressure on this newcomer, and Satar is gonna make it rain from above.
Okay, we go. Sticks. He's able to pull off a big clutch here. If he's able to win this 1v2, then that's a signal that coach will need to put him in on the main lineup. But we're talking about him going up against players like Satar, players like Zuxi. And if he can pull that one off, it's going to be huge for him. Okay, he moves to the airdrop. Let's have a little bit more space, a bit more cover here, thanks to the airdrop as well. He tries to manage 2 players at the same time, but the name will be lobbed across on the. Takes a bit of damage, down to 40% of health left. He does have 7 frags though, but will he be able to expand all of them? Oh, blinded by the stun grenade, and the rush here will come in. Sticks down pretty low, left, right, and there is no way he'll be able to survive that. Bigatron Knights takes home the first chicken dinner.
That was a beautiful win from Bigatron Knights. Not an easy task for them to claim this chicken dinner. We saw how aggressive these players are on the field. Initially, it was Aegon IA